Hello Virgo, Elsie here to do your reading for the week ahead, my friends. Thank you so much for clicking here, Virgo. My Earth cousins, welcome to Earth Day. So I'm here to read for you, Virgo, for the week ahead. And look, the week ahead is the eclipse, right? It's the partial solar eclipse. If you are somebody who lives in the pathway following that solar eclipse, you might want to go take a look somewhere on YouTube and find out what the pathway is. But I feel like Texas is supposed to get the best view in and around that area. I feel like you're supposed to get the best view, like the full view of the eclipse here where I am in Canada. We'll get about a 70% that we're going to be able to view here. We'll get to see about 70, I guess, to cover the sun about 70% with the moon here. So have you got your glasses? I hope you have your eclipse glasses. All right, I'm just going to throw some oracles and tarot together. We're just going to go at it willy-nilly here, and we're going to find out what's coming up for you in the week ahead, because I feel like scattered with all this energy here. I feel super scattered. So let's find out what's going on. Tell me about Virgo, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for the week ahead. This is always going to be for the week ahead, Virgo. Got trust in the divine plan. Look, that was the same card that Taurus got. So I don't know if you have something to do with the Taurus, but that came out in the same spot here. Tell me more. And then we have admit your vulnerability. Yikes. Look, the V word. Virgo, vulnerability. Sometimes that's pretty hard for you, right? That can be a little bit tough for some of you. And it always depends on what's in your moon and your rising, right? But I think that for some of you Virgos, vulnerability can be a hard thing. It says have faith. Let's find out why we've got these cards here. Tell me about trust in the divine plan. Why does Virgo need to trust in the divine plan in the week ahead, please? You know, there's going to be a lot of changes next week, Virgo, and some of them may not directly affect you. But this eclipse is, anything that you've decided to let go from your life, I feel will be gone. And some of you will be expecting those things to leave, and some of you will not. The new moons are always about new energy, right? A new beginning. The fact that we have an eclipse during this moon is very interesting. And eclipses always remove stuff. It's the end of thing. It's the finality, right? All right. So trust in the divine plan. We do have the Five of Cups. We have the Devil, and we have the King of Wands. This is telling me that things are about to change. I want to say if there are hard things that you're dealing with, some of you, it might be things like doubt or fear that you can't do something. I'm seeing that the Devil energy is coming up with the Five of Cups here. So it does, to me, feel like it's almost like your sadness is being amplified, or maybe you're obsessively thinking about the loss, the things that you've lost. And I feel like that's about to change. I feel like you're about to come into this energy of the Wheel of Fortune and the King of Wands. So I want to say that whatever is in the past, I think is what is going to be eclipsed from your life. I really do feel like what's going to happen with you, Virgo, is you're going to stop feeling bad or feeling sad or regretful about things that happened in the past. I feel like you're going to stop thinking about them obsessively. Why? Because change is here, right? And that's what the Wheel of Fortune is about. It's all about change. Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, you move toward these changes slowly. So when we make the change, when we make the cut, we're sure about it. We've got the King of Wands, which tells me you're feeling inspired to do so. So the Wheel of Fortune is here, and with the King of Wands tells me that this is going to be the best time for you to go after whatever it is you want to go after, my friend. Feel inspired, take that inspiration, trust in the divine, that the changes that are coming for you are for your benefit. I feel like the biggest change for some of you is that if you've been obsessively thinking about something or doing something that's bad for your mental health, physical health, spiritual health, I feel like that's going to become easier as well. For anybody who has like an addiction or something that they can't stop doing on an obsessive basis. I feel for some of you, you have a codependency with sadness. So I feel like that is also going to figure itself out, I want to say. And it might not be like in the blink of an eye, because, this in the week ahead, Monday is when we're having the eclipse. But those energies, they linger for a while. Plus, we're in retrograde as well, right? So admit your vulnerabilities. What do we need to know about this for Virgo, please? Admit your vulnerabilities. We have the Four of Wands. we have the Ace of Swords and the Page of Wands. So I feel like you want to talk to somebody, and I feel as though next week is probably the week that you're going to want to do it. You're going to want to feel like you want to reach out to somebody. It could be somebody that you see as family. I'm just going to put one more card down here. It could be somebody that you see as family, someone who feels like family, but it also could be someone you used to reside with, used to live with. We do have the Ace of Swords and the Four of Wands. For some of you, if you are in a relationship and it is going to a certain place, you might inquire or give some clarity to someone about, do you want to move in with me? Do we take this to the next level? Do we get engaged from here? We do have the Page of Wands, and the Page of Wands, of course, is the messenger. It's about doing something quickly. It's, the Page of Wands is not a planner. The Page of Wands is on a brand new path because they decided it right out of nothing. They decided that they're going on this new path. And I want to say that for some of you, I feel like you're going to be asking someone to live with you. For others of you, I feel like you want to reach out to someone here that you used to live with, right? We're in Mercury retrograde. It just began today. It's going to go until the 20th or the 21st. And then we have the 2 weeks that we have to wait for the energies to subside. So we literally are going to be in retrograde energy for the whole month. And so I think for some of you, just remember when you think about reaching out to that person you used to live with, or that person, it feels like for some of you, if you do reach out, it's because you didn't get a closure. You didn't get clarity, you didn't get closure, you didn't talk about it. So if it is an ex and somebody has moved out, I feel like you want to reach out to them. We do have the Three of Swords, which tells me that, things for you could have ended badly. They could have ended in sadness or disappointment. For some of you, if you do reach out to the ex, it could end up in sadness and disappointment. Look, I'm trying not to be the Grim Reaper here. I'm just trying to tell you that, not everything is going to go as planned. And for those of you who like to do things that are planned, it looks like there is a lot of energy here that tells me that things are going to happen that are not planned. The Page of Wands is one of them. The King of Wands is the other. And the Wheel of Fortune is here. So things are going to be happening that you're not expecting. We have the Nine of Wands on the bottom of the deck. And the Nine of Wands, of course, is somebody who is so close to being over the finish line, to dropping these burdens. I want to say, trust the divine plan. So I think that for some of you, it says admit your vulnerabilities. That those of you who are going to be talking to this person and say, look, I didn't get clarity before things shut down. I want to know why. I feel like you're going to admit your vulnerabilities that way. And for others of you, you're going to ask somebody to move in or take the relationship to the next level. For others of you, you're going to reach out to an ex in vulnerability, and you might get shut down. They might still be in the Three of Swords. All right. Tell me what's going on here. More energy for Virgo, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Virgo. We've got the answers you need are coming. So trust in the divine. We've got full moon in Gemini. Somebody wants to speak with you. Gemini, of course, is witty banter. It's fun, right? But it's also, Gemini can be a little bit impatient, impulsive, and kind of throw things at you and let you sort it out. So it feels like the answers you need are coming, and they may be coming from a Gemini for some of you. It doesn't have to be a Gemini. We do have a time to give rather than to take. This is a new moon in Virgo, and although this new moon is in Aries and not in Virgo, it does say new moon in Virgo. So we do have Virgo and Gemini energy here. You could be dealing with either one. Time to give rather than to take. I think that energy is for those of you who have decided that you are going to ask somebody to move in with you. It's time for you to be a little bit more vulnerable. It's time for you to give some of your vulnerability to someone here. All right. Work through your fears. New moon in Scorpio. Have faith. What is this? Imagine solutions. For some of you, that's what you're doing right now, is you're trying to figure out where you should step or what you should do. Moving forward here. So we have Aries, Sagittarius, Leo energy here. We have Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. We have Capricorn. We also have... Yeah, I think that's about it for now, actually. Oh, yeah, we have Gemini and Virgo. Tell me about the answers that you need are coming. What answers does Virgo need here? I want to to say that with the King of Wands, you're going to feel inspired to reach out to somebody for some of you. It could be an ex. It doesn't have to be. We've got the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, for some of you, it is an ex, I feel, or someone who's about to become an ex. One of the two. We've got the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. Plus, we have the Three of Swords here, and we have the Queen of Wands. So it does feel like some of you, that's what it's all about. The relationship is over. I feel like you're moving forward or moving ahead. That you're no longer feeling bad about a relationship that didn't work. I'm not telling you that the current relationship you're in is going to be over. What I'm telling you is that we have in the past sadness. We have the Five of Cups, and it's right next, snuggled up to the Devil. So it's obsessive sadness. And I feel like that somebody is obsessively sad about something that didn't work out in the past, which I feel is either you had a big impact financially, or there is something that has gone on with a relationship, a long-term relationship that ended up in heartbreak or heartache, possibly with the Queen of Wands. That could be the person here, because this is a soulmate connection, right? This is a soulmate connection, but it feels like it didn't work. Soulmate connections essentially are really easy and flowing as long as both parties are healed and they've gone through the healing process. But you can definitely bump into a soulmate who is, way far behind off of the balance that you're on, and it doesn't work out, right? So it feels like here with the Queen of Wands that it says here that the answers you need are coming. So it feels like whatever is about to happen is about to happen. I'm just going to say that there is answers that you need from why this relationship, this job, whatever it is, ended, because the financial impact could be a job loss as well. You're about to get some more information about why it happened the way that it did. A time to give rather than to take. What do we need to know about Virgo, please? We have Judgment, we have the Knight of Swords, and we have the Sun. Wow. What's going on, Virgo? All right. So it does say a time to give rather than to take. So for some of you, Mercury retrograde energy. Look, if you're not the one who wants to hear about the people from the past, click on the X, because you're going to be hearing about it for a month. So we have the Judgment card here, and it does feel like for some of you, you want a second chance with somebody. And I was kind of feeling this, that you're going to try and be a little more vulnerable with somebody that you couldn't be vulnerable with before. And that means reaching out to them and asking about a second chance. That's what it feels like. Again, I'm talking about Gemini energy here, which is right here, right? Gemini energy, it's like somebody is charging in to talk to somebody, give them all of the information, give them a whole pile of clarity about what I've got to say about how this ended. I would like another chance. For some of you, you're going to reach out and it's going to be nada. Somebody might reach back to you. It's going to be nada, because we do have the Page of Wands and the Three of Swords here, which tells me it's a very quick no thank you, or you reach out to them and they're blocking you already, or something like that. Take it as it might resonate for you. Let's try one of these. Tell me more about Virgo, please. Tell me more about Virgo. What else do we need to know about Virgo? We have potential, because that's why I think you're reaching out, because it feels like you've always known that there was a potential for this to work, but it didn't work last time. We do have stillness. So right now I feel like you're in silence with somebody here. I'll use these ones here. I feel like you're going to get some clarity, Virgo. If there is a relationship that ended really quickly, and there's been quietness since, I feel like you are going to get some answers about that, but only if you're able to be vulnerable enough to speak about it and go back around. I really do feel like it's up to you to go back around if that is what you want. But I feel like, it's all going to depend on your level of vulnerability and how badly you want this back. Tell me why everything is in the stillness. We have the Ace of Wands. We have the Seven of Pentacles. And we have the Knight of Wands. Everything is quiet right now. I want to say it's not the ending, but it is a pause. I want to say it's a comma, not a period. So the Seven of Pentacles is telling me that something is growing, and I feel like something that has been growing in the stillness is somebody is getting ready to charge in and do all this stuff, right? We have the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords. We have the two fastest knights in the deck. So it feels like somebody is very passionate about another. They're going to run in passionately and ask, look, it's been a while since we spoke with each other. Seven Pentacles could be 7 years. It doesn't have to be, but Pentacles are years for me. And so maybe it's been 7 years since you actually engaged on a path of passion with this person initially. So maybe, you've been off and on for 7 years. It could be that. We do have the potential for something here. Tell me what the potential is. Now, I when I look at this card, it's like the potential for something to blow. It's like something is under the surface that is ruminating under the surface. And it's like, can see the puffs of ash, and that's what comes out first before the blow, right? So before the volcano does actually erupt, before it's time for it to erupt, and it feels like things are under the surface right now. But I want to say that the vulnerabilities, they all depend on you. I want to say if you want it, you got to go get it. Tell me about the potential. The potential is the Page of Wands, the Queen of Cups, and the Queen of Pentacles. So for some of you, there is a potential for this to fall back in love. There is a potential for this to be stable and sturdy. I want to say with the Page of Wands that I feel like, again, it still is telling me that you do want to reach out to somebody here that you haven't seen in a while, something that didn't work out between you, and you're wondering if it will work. I'm just going to say, be careful, because this person could be entertaining other people silently, right? This could be a secret or something that they don't want to divulge to you. We do have the Three of Cups. Maybe this person is engaging in a lot of partying, or maybe meeting a lot of people in social situations, and they're keeping it quiet from you. Meanwhile, you think that they are the wish fulfillment, but they're carrying on like this. So just be careful about that. I'm just going to say, be aware that anything can happen. It's like next week with this eclipse energy on the 8th, that it is expect the unexpected. Tell me more, just one more thing about Virgo. What else does Virgo need to know here? We've got the Five of Swords, we've got the Hermit, and we've got the Seven of Pentacles. I really do think that if you are going to go forward, Virgo, look, you're at the center of your reading here. If you are going to go forward and it's been a long time and you've been waiting, I think that you need to really decide what you're going to say before you get there. Only because the Five of Swords is here. And I want to say, for some of you that are reaching out and hoping this is going to work, that these problems still exist. There still is fundamental differences, things we can't agree on, conflict and disagreement. There is egoic battles going on. And I feel like you're sort of in hermit mode trying to figure out where your light is. I want to be vulnerable. I want to say something. I'm not sure what to say. It's been a long time. So I'm going to say, make sure that you know what to say before you go forward if you want this to work. The Sun is here. I feel like there is going to be, I feel like it's going to be a good meeting. I feel like no matter what comes of it, I feel like clarity will be given and taken. I feel like you will come out of this feeling like you've gone through a growth spurt, that you have more information spiritually, physically, personally, in the career, that you're growing. And I feel like the reason that you want answers is because you are growing. I feel like it's going to be a good conversation, but please, 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 if you're planning on being vulnerable, please, I think I have to sneeze. Hang on. No. Oh, no, I don't. Okay. Sorry. I'm silly like that. Sorry. The Five of Swords is telling me, be careful what you say. Go over all the details. Go over all the words you're going to say if you plan on seeing someone that you haven't seen for years. All right. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to be back because I'm always back. Love you guys. And I'm out. Bye-bye.